Exciting. Matt Elliot is the new athletic director at UH Manoa. He is officially been on the job less than a week, and he joins us now live in studio. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so you just met with your entire staff, and considering everything that happened last time around, there were some hurt feelings when the last AD left. What was your message when you met with this group?
First, we started with, let's celebrate what we accomplished last year, and that was really cool. And we were talking about the championships, the coaches that were recognized for their achievements, and just how the staff all came together to really lead and build into that success. And then we talked about, all right, it's time to make a plan. We got new challenges ahead of us. We are getting ready for a conference change. We're taking on revenue sharing, and we're going to do that together. We're going to figure it out.
And I know it's early, but what is the plan? What are your goals? What are the priorities at this point?
Yeah, so I think the plan, when you talk about something like revenue share, is how are we going to fill up our bucket? How are we going to get the resources that we need to be able to recruit elite student athletes, retain student athletes, and it's going to take our entire community to be able to do that. And then we figure out, what do we do with those dollars? How do we be the most effective?
Yeah, and I guess, in this day and age, right, we're a smaller school. Yeah. NIL is here, the transfer portal, and we've seen some people leave at the same time. And maybe build on that. What else can we do to attract these high-end athletes? And is that the top priority at this point? Or do we build maybe from some of the older, the veteran type players?
Yeah, I think it starts with the student athlete, absolutely. That is our focus. Give them the best possible student athlete experience, but also surround them with our entire community. Make them feel like they're part of the family. They want to stay here. They want to be connected with our fans, inspire our children. I got to meet with the football team yesterday morning as well. And what I told them is, I just have the deepest admiration for you all because of what you do. You achieve it, you excel at such a high level, and it means so much to the community.
What about your coaches? Have you met with them? And if not, what will the message be for that?
Yeah, so I've talked to everyone, some on the phone, some in person. Haven't had a full coaches meeting yet, but have sat down with some of the specific staff. The message to them is, our job is to take away your distractions, give you the things you need to be successful on the field, and then let you take care of the rest. You and your student athletes will go out there and be successful.
Something that I thought was really interesting, former NBA star Patty Mills, a former Spur, is now here. He's going to be helping as general manager, I believe, for the basketball team. Is that role going to be expanded outside of basketball? And what exactly is he doing? Is it mainly just fundraising?
I think really where you're starting in that role, and it is new to basketball. That's kind of a change and a trend across the country. But I think what that role is about showing the path forward for our current student athletes. He's done it. He's accomplished and been successful at the highest level, internationally and at the NBA. And if you have somebody that you can look up to like that, who's already done it and figured it out, and they're a resource for our current student athletes, that's where you get your greatest value to start, I think.
Yeah. Your wife is from here. You spent some time here. What have you learned about UH sports? What have you learned about UH fans?
Yeah, the fan base is unbelievable. The passion is at the highest level anywhere you can go. And UH sports matters so much to this community. I learned that. I started learning that 20 years ago when I first got here. And I think that's why this job is so exciting, because we get to be a part of this community.
Yeah. The first day you were asked about this, as soon as you were confirmed as the new AD, you talked about the stadium. That's obviously the top priority. Where are we as far as that? How hard are you going to push? How hands-on are you going to be as far as that project is concerned?
My job is to be a resource for the stadium authority, for the governor, the mayor, whoever else needs my support to say, like, what is athletics' role going to be in here to support that project? I absolutely believe we need a permanent stadium for us to be successful at the D1 level, but I also believe strongly that a stadium is not just for a football team. It is for the entire community, and to figure out how we can be part of that plan to make everybody benefit from it, that's the role that I want to play.
Yeah. Real quick, on a personal note, you moved here. I think a big part of that was raising your son here in the islands. The family element and the ohana that you felt, how big has that been as far as you integrating into Hawaii?
Yeah, it is so special to be here, to raise our son around his family, in his culture, where my wife grew up, for him to have those same experiences. He went to the same preschool my wife went to, right? That is just so cool, and we're loving being here every day.
Yeah, well, Matt, congratulations, and we look for great things.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Matt Elliot, new athletic director for the University of Hawaii. Right now, let's hand things over to Guy Hagi.